Episode 13, motherfuckers! Dan?
Nick!
How you doing today?
Doing alright?
Welcome back to another episode of the Nick and Dan Show. It's episode 13.
Sure is, according to Mr. Skeleton.
By the way, you guys got to meet our new co-host last week, Mr. Skeleton. Mr. Skeleton, welcome to the show. This is fucking horseshit. You guys just fucking noticed me. I've been hanging on the fucking wall for the past, this is 13. I've been here for fucking 13 weeks. You just noticed me last week. But yeah, I'm here with you two fucking idiots standing right in the middle. I mean, look at you two. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? People actually watch this shit every week?
I don't think he likes us very much.
Fuck you. Well, that's Mr. Skeleton. He'll be joining us from now on, whether he likes it or not.
I guess so.
This is fucking horseshit. I can't believe this. So, Dan.
Yes, sir.
This past week, you weren't able to make it to practice for the entire time.
No, I wasn't.
You went to the ballet.
Yeah, not the Canadian ballet either. I went to the 50th anniversary of the Greater Niagara Ballet Company.
And you wore a teal polo.
I did, but me and my wife matched. It was so pretty.
So how was the ballet?
It was alright, from what I understand about ballet. I like the music and the dancing and the fancy colors. I don't understand what the hell is going on behind the whole storyline, anything like that. I'm like more of a play or a stage show. But yeah, they do that thing where they dance on the tip of their toes for like the whole thing. I would break my fucking leg.
Yeah, me too. I'm not that coordinated.
No, not at all.
I mean, we've seen my coordination on stage.
Yeah.
As long as the floor is clear and there's nobody else in my way, everybody is safe. But that does make mention of safe playing. Next week, you all are finally going to get to learn from the safe bass playing master right here.
That's right.
How to safely play bass. Now, Dan, are there any things that people could maybe try and prepare for so that way when this video airs they can follow along?
Don't get into a rock band with a mildly alcoholic singer.
What's this mildly?
Always carry bear spray.
So you're just leaving with bear spray?
Just leaving him with bear spray.
Alright, so make sure to get out to the store this week and buy your bear spray so that way you can follow along with safe bass playing master, Dan.
Now you have to make sure when you buy your bear spray that it's 100% asshole repellent.
Now, is there a certain place on the canister they should look for that endorsement, or should it be a great big...
It should be right on the front of it. Actually, probably highlighted in green or yellow. 100% asshole repellent.
But get that, along with your basses, and your rigs.
And your many, many, many bass cabinets. And bass heads.
Why do you have so many fucking bass cabinets, Dan? I mean, seriously.
You gotta make sure you're prepared for the room, man.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
It's not supposed to. It's bass playing.
It seems like our friend here doesn't understand bass very well, Dan.
Our friend doesn't understand us very well.
But I feel like we should start somewhere. Maybe the history of bass?
Go on.
So, Mr. Skeleton, there's a history behind the instrument that we all know as bass. It wasn't always known as bass. Now, many, take your shoes off. I need more. A lot of many years ago, there was a shitty guitar player.
Alright.
And he's like, too many fucking strings. If I had less strings, I might be better at this. And the women might like me.
Okay.
Just go with it. Again, don't fact check this.
I'm taking the ride here. Go for it.
So what he did was he chopped 2 strings off. And he started playing. It was still shitty. Because they were too close together. He's like, it's too tight. I can't deal with it.
Big old sausage fingers and whatnot.
They were fucking monsters. So, he chopped the neck off the guitar. He said, no more. And then he slapped a new neck on. A little bit wider, a little bit longer.
Drastically longer? Or just a little bit longer?
Well, this was a work in progress, so at first it was a little bit longer. They didn't figure out scale length and everything for years.
Gotcha.
So, for a while their bass sounded really shitty. And he put new strings on. Now, this shitty guitar player, he didn't really know how to use a tuner either. So it ended up being way lower than was originally anticipated.
Alright.
At this point, he's like, okay, it's no longer a guitar. We need a new name for it. And he loved fishing. And there was a fish who was a little bit longer than the other ones that he would normally catch. It was the bass.
I see.
So, he named it the bass. So once upon a time, people used to say, we're going to go out and play bass.
We're going to go play my bass getter.
Again, don't fact check this. So we had the bass now.
The bass and the guitar.
Now what was happening is because one shitty guitar player turned shitty bass player begot another shitty bass player, they weren't always that bright. So people, when they were pairing to get together for practice, say, alright, come over and play bass.
So people would show up with their fish?
They'd show up with fishing rods, figuring that we were going out fishing. The rest of the bandmates said, this is bullshit. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of you always showing up not properly prepared for practice. So they said, we gotta change something about this. So they changed the pronunciation. They changed it to what we all now know as bass.
So they made it a soft A.
They did.
Alright.
As opposed to a bass, it's a bass.
It's just a minor inflection.
And from that point forward, it was bass guitar playing and the bass guitar. And now you and you uninformed asshole, know all about the history of bass.
Are you satisfied now, Mr. Skeleton?
What have I done with my afterlife to get stuck here?
Alright then. Moving on.
So, Mr. Skeleton, we came up with some things. 13 things to be exact.
In honor of our 13th episode.
13 ways that you can ruin your life. And Dan, even you're going to participate this time.
I think so.
Now, what are you going to do with your pieces of paper?
I'm going to neatly fold them so I can throw them in the trash later, because I know the guy that sweeps the floor.
I'm not going to do that. We need to keep people employed. I don't know who the fuck this person is that sweeps the floor every time, but they need a job.
Well, we don't pay him nearly enough, so he's very disgruntled.
But anyway, 13 ways to ruin your life. Way number 13, Dan. Stay at a job that you fucking hate. There's no better way to ruin your life. Well, there's 12 other better ways, but this one's in the top 13. To ruin your life, then stick it out at a job that you fucking hate. If you don't like what you're doing, quit. Find another job. Preferably find the other job before you quit.
Preferably.
There are many jobs out there, like sweeping floors.
Yeah, we should probably bring this up to the floor sweeper.
Which, speaking of jobs that are out there, little off note, we need an unpaid intern. The job isn't that difficult. I mean, granted, you have to deal with us.
We'll give you beer.
We'll give you beer. Maybe we'll give you a smoke or two.
All internships start at the base level with room to grow throughout the company. I'm telling you, man, the floor sweeper's not going to be happy with you.
I don't care.
You're an asshole. Way number 12. Join a band for money. There's no money to be had. If you think that you're going to join a local band and have delusions of grandeur, go out and be the next big fucking band, you're sorely mistaken. Things do happen. Every now and then a snowball gets through the gates of hell.
If you're in it for the money, you're in it for the wrong reason.
That's right. Be in it for the music.
Exactly. Oh, what happened to folding it up neatly? You and your fucking pieces of paper. Number 11. Coming up with lists. Because, god damn it, this invades my every fucking thought of things that we can talk about that are amusing and that we can count down on. So another way to ruin your fucking life is decide, I'm going to come up with lists.
Number 10. Buying a project car. You've all seen the project car in question. The 81 El Camino, also known as the Blue Bomber.
Curse you, Dan, the bass player.
Curse you.
Curse
I've had
you.
to work on that car.
So have I.
All right.
Plenty of times.
Call me up. Hey, there's a problem with my exhaust. There's a hole this fucking big in it.
Well, fuck you and your giant holes.
It's a little bit more than a problem there, buddy.
We got it fixed, didn't we?
Drop the mic.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's that. Don't buy a project car.
Unless you're rolling in money and just want ways to set it on fire, then you can buy a project car.
And there you go. Number 9. Have a YouTube show.
This is true.
Have a YouTube show. Because what other better way to spend your day off than recording a YouTube show?
Seriously, for the 15 or 20 minutes you guys get to watch this, there's about 4.5 hours, 5, 7, 8 hours worth of work that goes into it sometimes.
And then editing.
Yeah.
So you know what? We're going to change this one. This one's going out the window.
But we don't have a window in here.
Well, then, looks like the sweeping guy's going to have some extra pieces of paper.
Oh, what a bastard.
Number 9. Volunteering to edit a YouTube show.
Number 8. Having a kid. You're going to want to fuck your life up? Have a kid. You don't think you got time now? Have a kid.
You think that, man, I wish I had less money to go about my life with.
Wish I was just a little bit more miserable. Do what we did. Have pets.
Yay, cats.
Yay, chinchillas.
Woo, chinchillas.
Woo, rabbit squirrels.
Number 7, abstinence. Who wants to go about a life without having some sweet, sweet, wonderful,
One more time.
awesome
And the climax.
sex? Live life a little bit.
Playing off your number 7, I'm going to go with being a whore. Male or female, because there's plenty of ways that being a whore can ruin your life as well. Usually on the medical front.
Gotta catch 'em all.
I would prefer not to. But yeah, being a whore, male or female, can ruin your life.
Number 5, not drinking alcohol. An adult beverage here and there. Never hurt anybody. They are the social lubricant, if you will. I myself enjoy a few here and there.
A few.
Only like 1 or 2.
Alright.
Do I need to bring up what is constituted as a drink again?
I believe we're on
No,
the same page.
no. This is one drink. One drink, because it does not go into another container.
Alright then.
So I only have about 3 or 4 drinks a night. That's not too much.
Alright. Number 4. Drinking too much alcohol.
What is too much, Precious? What is too much alcohol, Precious?
Apparently, if you know your limit and ride the lightning like my singer does, you're alright. But if you go that extra drink over and start doing stupid shit like starting fights in venues, or beating up on your man or woman, or getting behind the wheel of the fucking vehicle, just don't do it.
So, if you have to ask yourselves if it's done too much, is it too much, Precious?
Yes. The fact that you just called me precious, though, I like that. You're cute yourself.
And that is how you ruins it. And you ruins your life. Number 3, being a bass player.
Oh. Well, see, it comes with bass playing, is amassing an armada, if you will, of bass cabinets. You can never just stop at one.
Did you just refer to your collection of bass cabinets as an armada?
I did.
But yeah,
Armada.
being a bass player.
Fucking hate you. Remember when we were new with this concept of, let's start a band, and we all loved each other, and it was nice. Now you pull this fucking bullshit. Which brings us to topic number 2 on the list. Naming your kids something stupid.
Like blanket?
Or Northwest. Stupid shit like that.
Hang on. How would you pronounce that? How would you, as a normal human being, pronounce that?
La'a.
La'a. That is Ladasha. You pronounce the dash.
Yeah. Let's just forget for the fact that that's actually called a hyphen.
Or, like if you have an apostrophe in there, and you say, you know, the floating comma. If you don't know what the name of the fucking thing is, don't put it in your fucking kid's name. Which brings me to number 1. The number 1 thing you can do to ruin your life. And that's being stupid. Being stupid is the number 1 leading cause of ruined lives. These are all great ways to ruin your life.
And there you go. Mr.
Now,
Skeleton, do you have anything to add?
Duck beaver. So, Dan, it's been a few weeks since we've given them a little bit of Exham Priory stuff. So we're going to give you guys a song that we used to close our acoustic set. Finally, months later, you get to hear Exham Priory perform Elton John's Crocodile Rock. video right there.
Yeah, that was a fun time.
Mr. Skeleton, what did you think?
Wow, that was a great song. You really couldn't pick a better one to fucking cover?
All right. So, coming up on the show, we've got a couple of guests that we are planning on having here in the Rust Belt Chop Shop.
We do.
One of which, we're going to be having some of the members from Dirty Smile.
I believe we're also going to have the boys from Yellow Sauce. Leland and the rest of Yellow Sauce are going to be here. And speaking of Leland, we do have upcoming bits with the history of music according to Professor Leland.
Now, speaking of people that get featured on the show, you guys all remember our good buddy and guitar player Luke, right?
What's up?
Friday at practice, in the absence of Dan while he was at the ballet, Luke and I were left to play in the Barrow Downs. And then you randomly showed up.
I did, after the ballet, fresh out of the ballet.
And Dan caught Luke and I going off on the drum kit. What we were able to catch is a little video.
A little bit of a drum off, if you will.
If you can sing and do this at the same time, that'd be cool.
I like it.
Yep.
Oh, good. He's got the guitar again.
Apparently, that's our playing out music. Thank you, once again, for stopping by the Rust Belt Chop Shop this week.
It's always fun.
Having a little bit of fun with the two of us assholes and our new unpaid intern-ish, I guess, Mr. Skeleton.
Thank you for joining us, Mr. Skeleton.
Waffle stick.
All right, well, that's about it here at the Nick and Dan Show. Once again, thanks for coming back. Don't forget to click on Matilda right here. Definitely subscribe.
On Matilda. Oh yeah, click on Matilda.
He's got some feeling there. Make sure you click on Matilda.
Yeah.
Right up here. Have fun. We'll see you guys next week.